Had to get on a different device, y'all. All right, let's try this again. I almost ate all my food. Yeah, technology. Technology sucks. Let me get back online so I can see who's still with me. I guess it said I was doing too much. But I'm back. I just started buffering. Yeah, this internet's tripping. Did I not make it public? It's public. Hey, Sister Fefe Tyson, how you doing? I had liver and onions. This is I took my onions and I sauteed it with bacon. And this is cauliflower mash. And this is white rice. I went live, but my live got stuck, so I had to start another one. So how are you doing tonight, sister? You know, Sister Fefe, what was interesting about your live was that this week I have watched several videos about people feeling like they're entitled to be viewed, followed, like they just demand people watch their channel. Even a big influencer, Roberta Blake, spoke on it. And I was like, wow, that must be something that's really going on. People must be doing a lot of videos ranting. I feel like this. If I like you, hey Deanna, how you doing? If I like your channel, I'm gonna watch it. Ooh. And if anybody knows me, if I'm ever in your chat or watching your video, more than likely I might be cooking or I'm working. If you ever see me just put some hearts or some stars, that means I'm listening, but I'm doing something else. But periodically I'll stop and then to let you know I'm still there. Now I listen to videos while I'm in the shower. I ain't gonna lie. So a lot of times people be talking about something I want to listen to. And you're listening. Thank you. It's Maybelline, $6.99. Get you some. I think it's right here. This Maybelline Matte Ink Super Stay. Well. Yes, honey. You know, I gotta come out of the bushes though and let you know I'm there. Cause I'll be like, wow, that's really going on. Cause y'all know I don't do nothing but work. Work. I might take a trip here and there, but other than that, I just work. I live in Dallas. There's too much going on. There's so many STDs flying around here, honey. I don't even date. Everybody screwing everybody. It's not for me. I heard too much. It'll make you, I heard so much, it make you go sit down. Make you go sit down. So I got liver and onions, but I cook my onions in bacon. Hi, Mr. Wise. Yeah, but you know, Dallas is in the top 3 new HIV cases. New HIV cases. And it ain't no joke. I mean, and people I work with, they just be talking about how it's a mess. They ain't got no filter. I guess that is a Halloween story for you. They ain't got no filter. I had this one guy tell me, and he was about 55 at the time. He told me that his girlfriend lives with her husband, but they don't sleep together no more. But she got herpes, but they don't have sex. Oh, she's having a breakout. Do you think her herpes disappeared when she ain't having a breakout? At 55 years old, you don't know this. We had Google and everything. But that's what he said, and I just looked at him. And I asked him, do you know what Google is? Do you know what Google is? And I just told him he looked it up. And then he proceeded on to tell me, this might have been another conversation, but he told me that her doctor told her that her herpes would not, I think he said her herpes wouldn't turn into AIDS. And I was sitting there thinking, that don't make no sense. But 90% of people who have AIDS do have herpes. And I'm sitting there thinking in my mind, calculating, because I'm always thinking. I'm sitting there thinking, I wonder if the doctor told her that her HIV will eventually turn to AIDS. And this man's 55 years old. And it's not like he, listen, college educated, retired from the military. And I'm sitting here looking at him like, really? Really? And you be trying to give me wise advice. Baby. Girl, it's crazy. Well, you know, herpes is so common, so common. You'd be surprised at how many people have it. Some people are just carriers. They don't necessarily have outbreaks, but they're just carriers of the disease, but they can transmit to somebody else. But honey, it's too much for me. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Mm-hmm. Made me take a unofficial road to celibacy because it's doing too much. I'm doing way too much. Yeah, health is very important. And I got my own bad habits. But one of my bad habits ain't gonna be catching no STD. That ain't gonna be on the list. Not for me. I can sit here and play on YouTube. Let me show you what I'm drinking. Diet Coke, ginger lime. They've got a mango. They've got a blood red orange. They've got a blueberry. And I think we have 5 flavors. Justin Chad, 109, you're absolutely right. Get tested before you do it. But then you know what? The for sure way not to do it, get anything, is just not to do it. At my other job, we had a patient who, this woman's almost 70. So about 45 years ago, the man she married gave her AIDS or HIV. And she was faithful and loyal to him. He died, and but she continued to live on. I'm sure she got diagnosed maybe like she was in her 50s. But, it was just sad that, her relationship options after her husband died were very limited. Then again, she might not even want to date. But, it's just one of those things where you got to take meds and all that kind of stuff. And then came out with this new drug that states, what is it called? It's not PrEP. And so people think they can take, as long as they take this medication, PrEP, they won't get it. And what they don't seem to understand is, if you actually be working in the medical field, what they're actually saying is this: you can become undetectable. That does not mean that you don't have it. That just means you're not detectable. But say you get sick, you get a cold or something, and you start taking some cold medicine. You don't know what type of interaction that's going to have with that medication. People don't think of all these different scenarios. In the perfect world, when they're doing their testing and they're coming up with all these different promises, that's in a perfect environment. But we don't live in a perfect environment. Some people take high blood pressure medicine, ED medication, congestive heart failure medication, knee medication, rheumatoid arthritis medication. All that medication interacts with stuff. When they're doing these studies, it's on somebody who may just have, that disease or whatever, and it lowers their levels, but they're probably not taking anything else. But honey, they don't take that stuff in consideration. It's healthcare is a $1 trillion business. And they don't care about the patients as long as they get their dollar. And that's what's so sad. We've gone from a healthcare system who cared about results, not on paper, but physical results, and getting kudos and seeing people having improved quality of life, to where now, did you check all these boxes? If you did, we did our job. Now put them out. I worked for a hospital who had a homeless woman, or she became homeless because she was chronically sick. She was at the hospital about 4 months. They actually got a charity to find her an apartment for 3 months. She was on oxygen, a lot of oxygen, lots of it. I'm talking about hospice style oxygen. They bought the oxygen for 90 days, just so they could say, we discharged her to a home for at least XYZ days. What do you think happened to that woman after 90 days? Because I can promise you this much: them oxygen people, when they find out they ain't gonna get no check after them 90 days, they come to pick up the oxygen, and they do not care if you still need it or not. They cutthroat. And I'd be like, are you serious? Mm-hmm. But the hospital's covered because they said, well, this charity took over. Man, when I tell you, they do not care. Right. They had sex ed in school. No, it probably won't protect the cooch. It probably will only help men. You know, because what people don't understand, the punani is like a vessel to the sea, to your bloodstream, because you observe everything there. It's the only other body part. The butthole absorbs the most, then the mouth, then the cooch. Like, I'll give you an example. Back in the day, when I was in my teens, I worked as a medication aide, and we used to actually crush up the patient's medications. Disclaimer: if anybody has a weak stomach, don't listen to this. We had patients who had maybe they aspiration precautions, where they could aspirate if they took it by mouth, so they couldn't take their medicine by mouth. We would actually crush up the medications, put it in a little clear placebo pill, and put it in their rectum, because they would absorb it a whole lot better in their rectum than they would in their stomach, because that's where all your absorption goes. But people don't understand. But you know, it's each their own. You know, we got Google now, so people don't have a reason to say that they don't know or they don't understand, unless you're living under a rock. I can agree with that, Mr. Wise. Just in chat, everybody didn't have sexual ed in class, though. I think now it's optional for your kids to take. And I think the parents have to sign off on it now. You know? Believe me, even married men down here in this DFW area, just at my job alone, at least on a weekly basis, I have a married man, and 9 times out of 10, I know their wife because they work there too. Talking about, well, you know, we having a rough patch. We're not getting along. I don't know how much longer of a marriage it's gonna be. Do you think that's gonna change my mind? I work with you. That's your first right. You are my coworker. You off limits. Point blank. 2, I know your wife. Off limits. If you cheat on her, you cheat on me, and you probably cheating with somebody else, you off limits. 3 strikes, you're out. But I must look cute and cuddly and innocent and dumb, because I'm making all these calculations in my head. You know? And I've been at this job for 11 years, my other job for 13 years. So 9 times out of 10, I knew both of y'all before y'all got married. And it's not even been a decade, and you're already trying to cheat. Where's the loyalty? But I don't say nothing. I'll be like, oh my goodness. Only thing I can tell them is, I like your wife too. No, they didn't. Because, you know, when I took it, it first started coming out. It started being available. And the only thing they really taught you was how to put a condom on. And I don't even think they really went over diseases. I think they went over babies. I think they pushed us more to take home economics, typing, and being an FHA and DECA club more than taking a sexual ed class. Y'all, this liver and onions is good. And guess what? I can cut it with this fork. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people don't think that far. But I do, because you know what? Life is too short. And all the stuff that I see coming through the hospital, I'm cool. You work in the hospital long enough? I shouldn't say that. Most of the hospital workers are the worst. But for me, working in the hospital, I want no parts of that. Just like when I considered dating, I had a few questions. After I turned 35, I want to know if a man has diabetes, and I want to know if he has blood pressure. He's on blood pressure medication. And you know why? I want to know if his tinker tink work. I might be getting older, but I ain't dead yet. Ain't dead yet. Yeah, a lot of people are. Yeah, a lot of people are. But I've been working in the healthcare industry for 24 years. You know, I would have to be with somebody for the long haul to continue to be with them when the tallywhacker don't work anymore. We'd have to have a special bond, and you can only get that kind of bond over time. Can't get that bond within 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, 90 days. The only exception to, there's one exception to the rule. One exception to the rule. Now, if he's on his deathbed and he got a pretty coin for a girl, how you doing? That's all I'm saying. If that's his dying wish, Fefe's on her way. Hey, it is what it is. Ambition is the key. And you know what? I tried, Deanna, when I was in respiratory school. I kept up my CMA license, but it became too much, and I regret it. Because at both of my jobs, I'm a respiratory therapist. And you know, sometimes I would just like to work in a different capacity. Need a break sometimes. Because as a respiratory therapist, we see a lot of death. A lot of death. And it gets old. It really does. It hardens the heart. My son keeps me grounded. And, you know, he'll just walk up to me and give me a hug. The break, Deanna, is thinking. As far as, hey, Maria, how you doing? Thinking. As respiratory therapists, we don't have a you have protocols, but you have so many different protocols, your situation changes just like that. I'll give you an example. I was working in ICU at my other job, and there's a patient out on the floor, and they're called rapid response. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, Miss G got it. It's her area. I ain't tripping. Not even 3 minutes later, cold blue. Fuck. I had to come up out of the ICU. I scroll down there. Patient's head is this big. Eyes this big. What happened was she was trached. It dislodged. So the air that was on the vent from the ventilator was going underneath her skin. So that's why her head swelled up and her eyebrows swelled up. And they are just sitting there looking at her like they crazy. Her O2 sats plummeting. And I'm sitting here thinking, ain't where's Miss B? Okay, fine. Miss B ain't there. You know, I do what I've been trained to do. It's like this. I don't know where the air problem is. We're supposed to plug all these holes. So, honey, I got the ambu bag. I stuck it over her trach. I pulled off the vent, stuck it over her trach, took my hand and stuck it my head and my back over her nose, and just bagged crap out of her. Got her numbers back up. We called the doc in the box. I knew her trach had dislodged. This is kind of respiratory emergency 101. It dislodged, nothing changed. It dislodged. And it happens. The trach really was too small for her. Now, once I got that part, I let the doctor look. She's got sub-Q, but this little doctor in the box, he didn't want to do anything. Okay. But then again, he don't know me. He don't know my experience. He doesn't know, you know. So I asked him 3 times. I said, are you sure you do not want me to change this out? Yeah. Are you sure you do not want me to change this out? He thought, no. This is ding, 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 doc. I'm trying to let you know this is what we need to do. But we all got our roles. He's got the MD behind his name. He has final say. So I asked him one more time. The nurse supervisor standing there. I said, are you sure you do not want me to change this trach out? Are you sure? I feel that it has dislodged. That's why she has to sub-Q. I'm taking him through all the scenarios so he can think, or the light bulb will go off. He said no. I looked at the nurse supervisor. I said, ma'am, there's nothing else that I can do at this point. I've got your patient's O2 saturation is fine. I've asked the doctor if he wants me to change this out. He has declined to make that change. At this point in time, technically the patient is stable. Mrs. B is the assigned therapist. I'm going to have to let her take over at this time. And I walked out. Not even 5 minutes. I would say maybe 15 minutes later, cold blue. I had to come up out of the ICU. They got the damn doc on the box again. He still don't want to change it out. So what I told Miss B to do is to rig up the trach, pull it real tight with a whole lot of pads underneath there to where we can control it from dislodging again. And she will have to babysit this patient until the director gets there in the morning. And I said, this is your baby. You got to do it. She's an older lady and she's not slow. She's very smart. She's very book smart, but she doesn't have the confidence that a lot of people would like to see, but she's very smart. So I just told her, this is your baby. You can do this. You got this. Because anytime I had a book question and I was sitting there, talking out loud about it, Miss B, baby, she spit that knowledge out. So I know she knows she can tell you what to do. She just doesn't know how to do it per se. But if you help her with her confidence, then she can do it. She sat on that lady all night long. Not only did that lady recover, the lady remembered me and she was asking about me, but unfortunately they were my home campus, so I didn't get to go back and visit her. They want to be in charge no matter. And you're right. And what's so sad, y'all, MD trumps RCP. I'm a respiratory care practitioner. Medical doctor trumps me every single time. But what I can do is I can document it. That's all I can do. Hi, Dorian. How you doing? I can document it, and so that's all that I can do. Document it ×3, doctor declined, yada, yada, yada. Thankfully, Alice sat on the baby until the director got there. They made the necessary changes. When the regular doctor came, her regular assigned doctor came back on, because the doc in the box is basically this. They took the doctors out of the hospital at night. And so they have a doctor on an Apple computer, y'all, that you call, that the nurses call. They wheel the doctor on this Apple computer system into the room, and he looks at the patient through the camera. And you're right. Some people do learn this. We have people, I would say I'm not as book smart, but my skill set is way better than my book smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do and I can do it a whole lot better than me writing you instructions down to do it. Mrs. B, honey, she can quote, she will probably be the best teacher ever. But it's her self-confidence. And it could be because I think it might be a cultural thing. To where she just wants to get by. Hey, mama's in nursing. Go now. Listen, traveling to California on them strikes, to New York on them strikes, you can make a pretty coin, $10,000, $15,000 a week. Easy, doing them strikes. You can make good money. As a matter of fact, there's a nurse, Carly Ray, and she's out there by Longview, Texas, but she takes travel assignments, and she does YouTube too, and she tells you about how much she made on the different travel assignments. Well, she can actually travel locally. She can actually, so say I'm in Dallas. So say she wants to, she travels to Waco. She can go to Waco for 3 days and then come home. Waco's actually an hour away, but I think that's far enough to where she could get the per diem pay, all the extra pays and benefits of being a traveling. So don't think it out, because I got people who drive to my job. People who live way out in Burleson drive all the way to Dallas. People who live further than Burleson, Hughley Memorial, where's that at? People who literally drive 100 and something miles to work at the hospital, my primary hospital. You know, it's common here. Very, very common here. But healthcare is not what it used to be. That's why I tell people, excuse me, y'all. If you have a family member in the hospital, y'all go visit them on a regular basis. You and your other family members, y'all get together. Y'all have, if the person's gonna be in there for a long time and they can't get up and walk on their own, y'all devise a plan to go up there every single day. Y'all give them a bath. You know, y'all put lotion on their body. Y'all comb their hair. Y'all brush their teeth. Because I promise you this much, honey. It ain't being done. You might get 1 or 2 nurses out of 10 who's going to do as you would do for your person. But if you get somebody in the hospital, y'all go to the hospital and take care of them. You know, I've had, in Oklahoma, I worked when I was 17. A guy I was doing an internship with, I told him I wanted to be a nurse, and he had set up for me to go to a hospital to kind of get some experience. And since I was only 17, I couldn't really do anything. So they had this thing. It used to be a candy striper, but they call it a PAL, patient assisted liaison. And basically what I did was I helped the nurse aides out and I helped the housekeeping out. So what I would do is, first thing in the morning, we would go get ice and we would go get hot towels. So what we do is we go to the patient's room first thing in the morning, right before breakfast comes. We give them a hot towel so they can wipe their hands and wash their face. And then we give them some fresh ice water. And if they could get up, get in the shower on their own, we give them some towels, make their bed, pull their trash, you know, and go on about our business. And that helped the nurse aides and the housekeeping out. And we still were in the safe zone. We weren't able to clean patients or anything like that, but we could do that. Since I've been down here in Dallas, I don't think I've seen anybody give a patient a hot towel. And every time I give my patients a hot towel because it's just what I'm used to doing. You know, when I have my trach patients, I don't want to sit here and look at you all crusted, boogers all in your eyes and nose, and your fingers all dry and crusted. Take this hot towel and make yourself feel a little good. That's just me though. But I have patients, they be shocked. What do you want me to do with this? I want you to wash your hands. Wipe your hands. I want you to wash your face. It just makes you feel better. And when you feel better, what? You have better outcomes. But you can't see me. I don't know what's going on in Texas. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's going on in Texas. Maybe they do that in North Dallas. But in North, maybe Frisco. But I ain't doing it down here. I don't see that. I just see people, these healthcare workers walking around like zombies. They might do it in like the surgical centers, places like that, but the regular hospitals, you're lucky if you get ice on time. Hey, Markel, how you doing? MK Bites, how you doing? No, I made more money in Oklahoma than I did in Texas, but I'm coming back to Oklahoma when my son gets settled. When he finished college and he gets into his career, no, not in. You have to really specialize. You can make some money, but you have to specialize or go into upper management. And that really all depends on what you specialize in. I'll give you an example. I know how to grind, and I've been working 2 jobs since I was 17. Not necessarily 2 full-time jobs, but 2 jobs in some capacity. Put it like this. Both of my directors, I make more money per year than each one of my directors. And I'm a staff therapist. And technically, I do work more hours, but I don't. Because they get a salary But if they work 60 hours that week, they get paid the same, regardless if they work 40 hours or 60 hours. So when little events, JCO, all these different things happening, and they having to put 60, 70, 80 hours in a week, they get the same pay. And I cannot have that. Not in my life. I need to get paid for every hour. Every hour I work. That I got to get paid. Every hour I get work, I need my coin. Yeah, she could there's so many different things she could do, Dorian. She can be PIC line nurse, ICU, pediatrics, neonatal. There's an ER. ER is in demand. Trauma center, freestanding hospital, surgical hospital. It kind of all depends on what you want to do. Dorian, what age range is she? 25 and up, under 25, under 40? Do you have kids? Oh, you said, baby mom, you didn't say. You're right here. Hi, Mikalon, eating good. How you doing? Okay, I'm doing good. I'm over here with my perplex wig. Well, Dorian, are y'all still together? Oh yeah. Well, what field of work are you in, Dorian? Maybe y'all can travel together. MK, have you tried those what is it? Escargot? From that seafood place she told me to go to? I'm telling you, it's hitting. MK. That stuff was so good, I had my son send me 10 of them. Because my oldest son is up there in Oklahoma City. He's in Oklahoma. No, he's Midwest City now. He wasn't at me. It's so good. You should have popped them in the oven for 10 minutes at 400. You got some in the freezer. Ooh. What do they put in that butter sauce? Is it cracked? Okay. MK, how do you eat yours? I give me a crostini. And let that juice, that garlic butter. I think I'm gonna have it tomorrow night. I ain't got no more smoked salmon though. You scared? MK. You can't be no scary cat, baby. MK, how old are you? Hey, she living. How you doing? Ab his heck coochie. Ab his heck coochie. I'm not even thinking on it. Maria, when I tell you these this escargot, basically this is what they do. They take the escargot, they clean it, and then they put it in these pretty shells. And they put it in there with some type of fancy garlic butter sauce. And when I tell you, this stuff is so good. It's not slimy anything. Oh, you a baby. MK, you's a baby. You know that? I'm right there with you. I turned 40 in December. The big 4-0, y'all. What happened? I think my food got cold. Now I don't want to cut. My liver don't want to cut. Yes, I called your baby. Because you're only 43. I'll be 40. In male years, you a baby. We said we both babies. Maria, you should tell that to my 24-year-old. Because he always say, Mama, you old. Mama, you old. Now I have to say, baby, I'm only 15 years older than you. So I don't know where you're getting this old stuff from. That shuts him up real quick. Well, I guess he forgot. Maria Cervantes, how you doing? Hello. Daryl, you 62 and a half? Oh, you still young. Yeah, both, baby. I feel like I'm getting old because all the kids are grown, Sister Fefe. All of them gone. Mm-hmm. We all, me and you and MK, she living, we around the same age. I turned 40, he's 43, and you 46. We all 70 babies. I was born December of 1979. How awesome is 25? Honey, it is fabulous because I have a son that's going to be 25. It's a wonderful age. And your insurance rates go down when you turn 25. Or at least they used to, your car insurance rates. Mm-hmm. So what did y'all do for Halloween? I didn't do anything. I'm waiting for the boys to get home. They decided they wanted to dress up. One was a makeshift doctor. He took my stethoscope. And the other one is a butler. But can y'all imagine 5'11" and 6'1"? One of them is 1976, 1957. Good years. There. You know, my mama was when I turned 40, my mama will be 62. Yeah. 62. See, that's a sexy age. Because my mama's 62. And y'all, people think my mama my little sister. Because she's a little petite. Y'all think I'm petite. I'm tall for a woman in my family. I'm technically 5'4" and a half. My mom's like 5'2", 5'1", and that's how. And my sister is too. And they're real petite. So I'm like a giant. Even my brother, he looks bigger compared to the rest of us, but he's only 5'7". Where'd I go? Oh yeah. She living, don't let nothing stand in your way. Don't let your age stand in your way. Excuse me, y'all. Don't let nothing stand in your way. Because you have one life to live, and you should live without regret. It shoulda, woulda, coulda. Live your best life. Daryl, you are 6'1". I'm gonna say you are about 175 pounds. Am I right or wrong? Mm-hmm. MK, you're 6'5", and I'm gonna say you're about 198 pounds. 133. What? I gotta go back on your page and look. Maybe it was all the coat you had on. I'm nosy. MK can be no more than 215 pounds. See? 207. It was the coats and the hat and stuff. So listen, you're 100. So you wore a size about between a 29 and 32, Daryl? MK, you a 34? 34, 36? You can tell me when I'm wrong. Yep. I know a man, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I know a man. Just put it like this. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot in my little 39 years, okay? Live longer, the more you know. MK, don't try to gain any weight. Don't. Unless you're malnourished like me, don't try to gain any weight. Just get your labs checked. If the doctor say you're good to go, then don't try to gain any weight. If there's any children in here, I need for y'all to plug your ears because I have something I want to say. Listen here, y'all. Did you know, for men, when y'all gain weight, your talawaka shortens. Now that's just for you to know. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all heard of Fefe's channel. That's all I'm saying. The shrinkage is real. But let's carry on to a better conversation. That's all I'm saying. When that it's like this. The belly comes out, and I guess it goes to retreat. That's the only way I know to say it. 98% of the time. That's all I'm gonna say. But as long as your lab values are okay, MK, don't worry about it. Do it go in reverse if they lose weight? Well, you're gonna have to go find out, ain't you, Maria? Quite often, yeah. Yeah, typically, yeah. It's just I think they have like a, the little area there. I think that area just gets fat and it pushes it in. Maria, you are 4 feet 11 inches tall. Now, Maria, let me take a look. You're a little bit of thing. Maria, do you want me to guess your weight? 4 foot 11. I'm gonna pull this up. Do you want me to you're 4 foot 11 inches tall. You pint size. You cutie pie. Is that why you put your height in there? So, Miss Marie, let the chat know. Ladies, if y'all got a husband, y'all need to feed him right. You need for him to be good and strong and long as he can be for the rest of his life. So y'all keep that in mind when y'all got to feed him. Y'all give him an extra few carrots. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Give him a few carrots. It'll help with his eyesight too. And if he on blood pressure medicine, y'all, right now, y'all better get him off of it. Help him lose that weight. This is stuff they won't tell you. They'll tell you, well, maybe you should try to lose 10 to 15 pounds. Translation, if that blood pressure continues to be high, your flow will be redirected. Okay? That's really what they mean. But see, I'm not a nurse or doctor, so I can keep it real. That's what it is. That's all I'm saying. The doctors, and I guess because you have to keep going back to them. By the time you get to me, you tired. Okay, I'm trying to do life support with you. That's all I'm saying. If I ever decide to get into another relationship, believe me, lettuce wraps is gonna be on his menu. Okay, he gonna have a whole lot of lettuce wraps and some pho. Fefe after dark. You know what? I might just. I'm just saying. He will be eating a whole lot of spring rolls too, okay? He gonna be good and healthy. With a little what do you call it? Geritol. I got a nurse. She's now probably in her 40s, but when she was in her early 30s, honey, she still take Geritol to this day. She says everything. But yeah, if I was to ever go down that road again, that's definitely something that I would work on. I work on my own health, as far as my dietary, since that's something that I can't control. I Now hold on, Maria. Not fruit shopping now. Hold on. Fruit got a lot of natural sugar in it, so be careful now. You get some melons, some berries. But we got to go to Google. You got to look up the nutritional value on this stuff. You don't want a lot of stuff high in sugar. But some celery sticks work real, real good. Just put a little peanut butter on it. See? Or get you some lettuce wraps with making some chicken salad. A combination of both. Mm-hmm. You gotta, see, my bestie, he eat anything I cook. Anything I cook. I can tell him I cook toenail soup. Okay, it's good. Believe me, I've been on both spectrum of weight. I've been as high as, when I had my last baby, I was 265 pounds. My ankles were ashy. I didn't care about nothing. I cried every week I went to the doctor. And the only thing I could say was, I could cry and say, help me. Help me. Help me. That's all I could do. Can you guess my weight? And then I'll tell you. Yes, Maria, your weight is approximately 175 to 180 pounds. How far off am I? I'm doing mukbang lettuce wraps soon. I will say you told me to do it. Okay, MK, just go to Walmart. I got that iceberg lettuce, the tall ones. I got that, and I got they have the seafood salad at Walmart. Baby, it was everything. I did a video at work on it. Hi, Kalila Johnson. Everybody say hi to Kalila. That's my bestie. She's in Oklahoma City, y'all. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? You still using the air fryer? Hey, Clove. MK is in Edmond. Maybe he'll have you on his channel one day. Awesome. Guess what I got to eating today, Clove? I had some liver and onions, rice over here, and cauliflower mash over here. You know that best friend you have that you can go years without talking to, and y'all can pick up like it wasn't nothing? That's my bestie, y'all. I can tell her anything. She knows me. You want me to hook you up? You want to eat? Hey, Clove, check out MK Bites channel. And Clove, are you on Instagram yet? You know we old. We ain't got around to that kind of stuff, really. I think Sade put me on Instagram a couple years ago, about 2 years back in 2017. Oh, okay. Now you watch MK Bites or you watch my lettuce wraps? Oh, okay. No, you talking about the those are the best besties, Maria. Those are the best besties. Chloe, you like my wig? I had to pull it back, honey, because I was having a hot flash. So I had to pull it back. You can kind of see my little honey. You don't know how to use what? You watch both. They are. Chloe, you don't know how to use what? 227 pounds. Any tips or recipes? I was way off. Yes. Oh, like I was saying, I've been anywhere from 124 pounds to 265 pounds. Honey, I've taken Fen. I've taken one that starts with the B, the blue one. I've taken dang, Xenical. I've been to the doctor, go to the doctor. Honey, I ain't done it. You name it, surgery, everything. You name it, I've done it. So let me tell you what I've learned. Make small changes, one at a time. So say you drink a lot of soda. Switch to diet soda. And then try to wean off diet soda. But just make one. Just it's supposed to be an anime wig, but this is what it's supposed to be, one of those cartoon wigs like Dragon Ball Z. Delivering onions. Okay. This is the same one. Yeah, you make small changes. And the reason why you make small changes, one, you don't want to put your body in shock. Two, you don't want your body to be complacent, because you have to remember your body has a constant need to stay in balance. So when you make a whole lot of changes at one time, then your body is like autocorrect. We're going to up this, down this, do this, do this. And what happens is your body will slow your metabolism down. And so that's what you don't want. You don't want it to go from burning 1,500 calories to burning 1,000 calories that quick, because then you'll stall and you won't lose weight. Two, if you're on blood pressure medications, take your medicine or anything that you need to do it the way you're supposed to. You're drinking more water now? Yes. One thing at a time. That's what I've learned. If you do make one change at a time, then you'll be more successful. But if you're jumping from one diet to the next, then your body's like, oh, Lord Jesus, let me go into starvation mode. And then once you go into starvation mode, everything that you take in, it's going to try to hold on to it. Yes, honey. Woo, baby. Okay. So when I tell you, honey, you could call me a diet queen. Okay. A diet queen. But hey, we learn. You live and you learn. Now, Chloe, are you having problems with your air fryer? Is that what you're telling me, Chloe? MK, try try these. This is what I use, the Crystal Light. Oh, yes, it is, Clove. Okay, so Clove, I remember those. Yeah, so Clove, are you telling me it's your no problem with the air fryer? Are you telling me you're having a hard time losing? Okay, we're gonna have to talk, Clove. These are like Crystal Light, MK. They're 5 calories. 5 calories. Put them in your water bottle. I love everything lemonade. Raspberry lemonade, strawberry lemonade. If they made a cherry lemonade, I would like that. Now, I'm not really a fan of cherry. But anything lemonade, I will drink it. Put it over some ice. Put it in your water bottle. Put it over ice. Heaven. And it's on only 5 calories. Only 5 calories. And I love this stuff. Well, Maria, doing something is better than nothing. Yeah, depression is beast. That's how I got down to 124 pounds, honey, after that little Tasmanian devil came down here. Honey, she just brought me to a complete halt. When I tell you, I was almost on death's bed. If y'all look at my first video, MK, if you look at that video back from when I was in Oklahoma City, back in December last year, if you look at my face then compared to and I'm only 130 pounds or 100, we'll say 130 pounds makes you feel better. I was 124 pounds then. Hot Cheetos. I can see that. Hot Cheetos is a thing, honey. Hot Cheetos is a thing. But honey, last year I was looking like a little crackhead. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking like a little crackhead. My face was sunken in. Send her your way. Honey, she back in Oklahoma. You know, she graduated. She back in Oklahoma. She been back in Oklahoma. I had to separate her and Cardell. Okay. Now, Daryl, this is what I have found out. For me, when I do chicken wings, 20 minutes, flip it, spray it with Pam, 20 more minutes. Just keep your eye on it. Honey, believe me, honey, I know they can be. How's my little boyfriend doing? How's our cereal stockpile? He good? You're welcome, Daryl. Anything I can do to help, you let me know how it worked for you. And also keep in mind, Daryl, sometimes you might have to go extra, depending on how big the pieces are. Do it maybe an extra 5 minutes or less 5 minutes. But that's what I'm finding is 20 minutes each side works. Anything I can do to help, because I don't do nothing but sit here and tinker around trying to figure out what I can cook. What did I make earlier? Really? Really, brain? Oh, y'all, I cooked a whole flounder. I cooked flounder with the cauliflower mash. That's why I had the last of the cauliflower mash. So I cooked the flounder on my smokeless grill. You want me to make what kind of cooking challenge you want me to make? Okay, well then I'll just do yours, MK. Do he need some more cereal? Is that why he got suspended? Is that why my baby got suspended? I've been walking on the treadmill. I said I'm not lost in weight. I'm still 227. Okay. Maria, I will suggest you stop looking at the scale because believe it or not, you'll lose numbers, you'll stall, and then your body adjusts to that number. So say you lose 5 pounds, then the actual physical part you'll see. So you lose, then inches, lose, then inches, or sometimes you go inches and then pounds, inches and then pounds. You have to give your body time to it, kind of adjust. I am not a nutritional, I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm not a physical fitness person or anything like that. I'm just telling you from my experience as a professional dieter. Okay. Have you been up to school to talk to the teachers? Sheila, you have a good night. Start a cooking channel. You know what, MK? I can't start a cooking channel. I'm going to be flat out honest. I can't start a cooking channel because, hey, plus 50, how you doing? I can't start a cooking channel because cooking videos are very time consuming and very demanding and very technical. I don't have necessarily the technical skill. Yeah, he's a little one. He's very little one. I can cook on my flat top. I can cook on my smokeless grill. I can cook on my little electrical things. But well, I guess I could do that. Well, now you got me thinking. You got me thinking, MK. You got me thinking. Cooking channel. I do some cooking videos. I mean, but MK, I keep it real simple. I don't I don't over complicate things. Okay. Well, you know what? You let me know what it is, because you know I'll be there trying to mimic some of your recipes. I keep my stuff real simple. If I'm gonna make an omelet, I'm gonna put some veggies, maybe a meat off in there. Everything's gonna have onions in it. Everything except for something that's not supposed to have onions. But I keep it simple: salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, some variation of garlic. I keep it real simple. And if the sauce is pre-made, that's more likely what I'm gonna use. I'm not I'll make my own tartar sauce if I don't have any tartar sauce. I'll make my own honey mustard if I ain't got no honey mustard. I got mustard and honey. You know it's going to be called the taste you love. Oh, that's cute. I like that. The taste you love. Oh yeah, that'll be cool. You gonna teach us some Louisiana favorites? But Maria, the key to losing weight is your intake has to be less, your intake has to be less than what you burn. I really should make one. Oh, thank you. You think so? Believe it or not, I didn't always used to cook. You know what I'm saying? I didn't always used to cook because I was always at work. Literally, always at work. You know, really, I was always at work. But since my kids are grown and I don't really have to cook anything. Give us some time. Give us some time. Clove, give us some time. Be more patient, and silence is golden. He probably has a guilty conscience now, but give him some time to come around. Just make sure you keep the door open and available and be very accommodating. That's the only advice that I can have, because honey, you know that son of a bitch over there got mine. You know that one I got of mine. We co-parented beautifully for 16 years. And that nut job lost his mind. He earned his right to 1-800-block that beep, beep, beep. Okay. So the only thing I know to do is to be inviting. Intermittent fasting, yes, Daryl. You're absolutely right. Maria Cervantes, look up intermittent fasting. A lady named Lisa B. Bountiful. She's on YouTube. I work with her, and she actually does intermittent fasting. And what she does is she fasts from midnight until 6 p.m. No, 10 p.m. until 6 p.m. So she has a 4-hour window where she can eat from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Now, I didn't cook. Yeah. I didn't, honey. Golden Corral was everything, okay? Okay, Golden Corral was everything. I know we went there every week. Every week. Yeah. Yeah, that intermittent fasting, back in the day, I could have had the willpower to do stuff like that, but I got 265 when I was with my last baby, and then I got down to like 207, 205. I might have got down to 185, and then I ballooned back up, and I stayed at about 215, 210 for the longest time, and then I crept up to 252, and baby, that was the tip of scale, especially when I put that girdle on, y'all. Now listen, I don't know if y'all heard the story because I've told it before. Yeah, I was getting ready to be 30, and I was cute, honey. You can tell me I wasn't cute, honey. I was too cute. Okay, honey. I had the triple D's going on, honey. I was cute. Okay. Now, wearing a size 18 tight, but that's something else. Y'all, I caught myself getting this girdle. I don't know what I was getting a girdle for. I was probably going out, wearing an outfit or something. I put that girdle on. I was in that bathroom. It was a new girdle. And it had those metal things on it. And I got in that bathroom, and I was shimmying, and I took a breath and couldn't get another one in. Y'all, had a panic attack. Fell back in the damn tub. My fat ass cried. I ain't gonna lie. Good night, MK. How you do? Have a good night. Honey, I fell back in that tub. My fat ass cried. I ain't gonna lie. I can tell my story. My fat ass cried. And I said, I'm gonna sit here and die because I'm fat. Because I already had severe sleep apnea. My sleep apnea was so bad, I wake myself up trying to figure out who made noise, and I'm at the house by myself. That's how bad my sleep apnea was. I ain't ashamed to tell my story. It is what it is. I think that's what God had me be no snacking, nothing in 11 a.m. Okay, see, that's another way. See, Maria Cervantes, check these people out and check out intermittent fasting. They can teach you and they can show you their results. But honey, yes, I sure did. I cried. But it was real bad. My sleep apnea was so bad. I had sent my kids back to Oklahoma to their dad because I was barely functioning. Barely functioning. So what I did was I called the doctor. I said, I need some help, and I need some help now. And when I tell you God worked it out, I was approved for everything I needed within 72 hours. 72 hours, and that's unheard of. And then I had everything initiated, started, and honey had what I needed to have done within 30 days. So when I tell you it was in God's plan, because I didn't know, I went to everything was perfect. No hiccups, no messing, no nothing. And, I lost weight slowly. I would say about 10 pounds a month for the first, I remember 10 pounds a month for the first 7 months. And then I kind of stalled and then lost a little bit, just a pound here and there. And then, when Hellcat, the Tasmanian devil came down, honey, she catapulted me from 145 to 124. But yeah, it's, and as I said, depression is real, honey, because listen, I didn't have no problems with my boys like that. But honey, that little girl, honey, she made me go sit down, shut up, and get depressed. It wasn't that nice. And she might be on her watching. But Shade, I love you. But honey, you's a Hellcat. She be on my lives. You's a Hellcat. Mama don't filter nothing, honey. I tell you exactly how it is. Mm-hmm. You was everything I didn't know a child could be, honey. Everything. But she got a good work ethic and she's cute. +50. Let me tell you this, as a respiratory therapist, did your doctor tell you that by not using your CPAP, you're making your heart work harder? Did they tell you that part? And did they tell you that sleep apnea is when you stop breathing in your sleep? And you typically need CPAP when you have had an excessive, everybody stops breathing or have a cessation of breathing when they're asleep. But when you do it, say 100 times a night, and you can cause your brain to have suffer injury, then that's when they want you on, well, they want you on CPAP first, but when you get to that point where it's real, real bad, they put you on BiPAP. But it is not the easiest thing to wear CPAP for a lot of people, but this is something I tell people to try. If you have your favorite chair or recliner, set your CPAP up on a table next to it. When you're watching a TV show, put the mask on while you're awake for about 15 minutes. And see if you can tolerate it. Because what I would do is I'd put it on, but Lord knows where it was at under the bed by the time I woke up. But try wearing it while you're awake for 5, 10, 15 minutes. And see if that will help with your success rate. But 50+, sleep apnea is one of those things where your doctors and nurses have to be patient with you, and you have to be patient with your nurses and doctors, because when you have sleep apnea, it's like you're living in a fog. You know what's going on, Did they tell you losing weight will help decrease your severity of sleep apnea? And also, if you're on any cardiac meds, if you have congestive heart failure or pulmonary hypertension or high blood pressure, resolving the cause of that or taking your medications perfectly will decrease or improve your ability to use it. But you have to stick close to your doctors so they can monitor you and stuff like that. And keep in mind, I'm not a doctor, I'm a therapist. This is just from what my patients have taught me. Thank you, Maria. You're not very big, 50 plus. No. I would suggest 50 plus, go to an ear, nose, and throat specialist. I'm looking at your picture. And see if that helps. Go to an ENT doctor, ear, nose, and throat. See what's going on. Some people have lazy airway. But y'all, I've been on live well over an hour. You guys, we might be able to do, well, we can't do it tomorrow, maybe Saturday night because I have to work tomorrow night. You guys, I appreciate you. Everybody, sweet dreams. Don't forget to be blessed, stay blessed, and be a blessing to somebody else. Remember, over here, we are feed stars, honey, because we shine what? Bright like a diamond. And remember, if you see somebody, smile at them. It's free. And you may just change their world. And until next time, y'all make me want to grow my hair out. Okay. It's kind of grown on me. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Jesus. Okay. All right, y'all. Good night. Y'all have a wonderful day. Until next time, keep your bells on. Peace. Love you, Clove. Bye.